Hello everybody, all my pupils out there, most who I've seen now in the schools, although we only got 3 weeks of the spring term there. But anyway, basically I just wanted to have a little catch up. So this is lesson 17, as 16 was in 3 parts, explanation of exam, followed by the classical grading, and followed by the LCM, including ukulele grading. So yes, now there's been a couple of people who have actually not pressed recorded exams for the when you submit the entry to especially the Trinity College, you've got to press recorded. You don't want online, and you certainly don't want live exams because there's nowhere open yet to have them. So I know 1 or 2 pupils have done it a different way, but it should be okay because you're good players, and they should recognise your playing anyway if they're examining you right, if they're doing it properly. Just a few little bits like announcement of pieces and things like that was a little bit worrying for me, but you're playing, you should pass on your playing without that, and plus you'll have submitted a slightly different form. But any problems, I can sort that out with the Trinity rep, who was very helpful indeed. Okay, so we're going to start with classical grade 1. Now there's a few of you been working on the Forest Wakes. We've got Metamorphosis, Lotus Flower, Romance d'Amour. We've got Waltz in G and Lágrimas de las Ondas. That one there. Okay. So most of them I've already put in lesson 16 and in previous lessons. So look them up. Matthew Coates guitar lessons. The teens anyway. Okay, so here I'm going to start with Pirate's Delight. So Pirate's Delight, basically it needs that 2/4 feel, so you don't want it to sound, you know, boom. You want that drive of 2/4. That's the whole point of 2/4. It's almost like a waltz in a way, but there's like a 1 2 1 2 1 2. So here it is. Piano. That ending, I'm going to do that ending again, because what did I forget to do? There's a ritorando, which means to hold back with very loud, fortissimo, okay, FF. So I'll do that line again. So with pianissimo, double P at the end. Okay, so moving on, the only other tune is the Waltz in G. Now, we've also looked at the emphasis of scales in pieces. You know, there's the clue. We've got a sharp after the treble clef, before the time signature of 3/4 time, which is waltz. We have got an F sharp. Remember your E, G, B, D, F, and face with a G on top. If it's in a space, it's face. Alright, remember that. I deliberately put an accent on so that you remember it. If it rhymes with face, it's in a space. That's right. So here we go. So Waltz in G. Now, so we're going to get this nice feel about it. And it's brilliant, this, because it's what we call ternary form. Ternary there. Right, so you've got ternary. So it means there's an A, B, and then there's an A bit, then there's an AB, then there's an AC. So there's a different little idea, and then it returns to idea A again. Okay, so it's like an ABC. So here we go. I'll start that again. few slips there, but it's okay, I kept it going. There's lots of contrast. Remember Ponticello Natural, they're marked in. I kind of did my own thing with it, but it was more or less as it should be. But there's some lovely bits there, and using contrasts. So like an echo sound, and then I've got this classic one where it's an answer back. Right, and everything has a little copy from the previous section, so you can see the sections. You can see how it's sectioned off there, yeah? And so it gives you all the scope for showing off, basically. There we are. So that's grade 1, okay? Right, so now the pupils know who they are who are working on that grade at the minute. Now grade 2, I've got a few pupils gone on to grade 2, and I have to say there is one or two in particular that did very well with the first, well it's actually the preliminary grade, but it's still a grade, it's a proper grade. They've done well, and as a result of that they are skipping to grade 2, so they're missing grade 1 out, so well done to you, brilliant. So we have one called Paradetas, I think it's said like that, from the great Gaspar Sanz. Yeah, there's that famous Canarios, which I'll have to play again. There's lots of these pieces in my performances that, so many pieces that when I do get back to performing again, which shouldn't be long now, but all being well, I'll get these played again, you know. But the performances still go on. So here we go, Paradetas, 3 beats in a bar. Now it's in D major. How do I know it's in D major, this piece? Well, look at the first bass note, right, that's a D. And look at the last bass note, that's a D. Now if you've done some chords with me, you know, those chords and that, just for a change, you'll know that a D chord, there it is. So here we go. So it's interesting, that piece. So it's very, you can imagine the Baroque guitar, different style of guitar, that had that sort of pinched nose sound, very bright. So there's not a lot of room for too many dynamics. And you can imagine it done as a dance. You know, people used to go to dances in costume and stuff like that, or what we now know as costume, sort of vintage costume. Like dramas and things like that set in those days, and Gaspar Sanz would be a bit like me. He would perform, or his music would be performed by a little band, if you like, to the dancers and that. Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. That's the first one of the book. I'll not play any more because obviously that's the first one we've been looking at. Now we're going to move over to acoustic guitar, grade 3. Now, I've got a couple, again, there's students are all on different grades, and by gum, they've done really well. But the person who's doing this piece will know who he is. I'm obviously not going to mention the name for the right reasons, but I said I'd put it on just so you can hear how it's going to go. So here we go. Now this is in 6/8 time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's getting used to that. So I don't mean you have to look like this when you're playing it. But, so here we go. So here it is. errors there from me. So I'm going to actually play that again, just one more time. Now, bar 17's the area. Now, what we've suggested is think to yourself that you're in second position, so you've got that there. And then look what happens. First finger, I didn't do it that time actually, because yeah, and of course the open, what we got there, we've got that open, oh come on Matthew, we've got the open E, which gives you time to get back to first position. So look at that, second position, so second finger G, 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 F sharp, drop G, and then A. So I'll play that again. Let's play that again, Matthew. Now I'll play the accompaniment, just so you can hear the accompaniment. So it's... play it with the accompaniment. Now the other little area is the accompaniments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play both of these so you can use this as a practice. Now if the exams go live after the end of June, it would mean, I would presume, hospitality section opening up, people able to go and watch performances, obviously social distance, and I don't know that they're having trial runs here and there at the minute in this crazy time, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise you won't actually do this in the recording exam, but let's not leave it out just in case. So watch this. So we've got this going on. I'll start that again. Come on Matthew. 1, 2, 3, 4. would do like an accompaniment. And so on. Haha. Come in. Right, let's go. Accompaniment 2. So we've got waltz time. So. Oh, that's an interesting one. Whoa, here we go. Have that sort of feel about it. So I hope that helps with that grade. Okay. Incidentally, I've got one person at the minute, and it's been rotten really, because I haven't seen her for, since before the Christmas holidays, before the dreaded lockdown. And we couldn't sort lessons out. So I'm thinking here that person may be interested, because she's an amazing player. She's a good player. Is if her mum homes in on this YouTube video, which I keep telling people to watch. Please watch them, because they are helpful. Nothing else on them. It's just me demonstrate. I know some people are slightly protective with YouTube. There's nothing the matter with that at all. But for the purpose of all these breaks with all my pupils with the schools, it's very frustrating, and this is why I've put the videos on. This here is the classical guitar grade 2. I mentioned it before. Now, this particular person, I know you've been working on grade 1, but why not cut to the chase and let's start working on this piece here. Now, if I hold it up, you might be able to pause it and have a look at it. It's the one I played earlier, called Paradatas by Gaspar Santh. Okay? Okay, so there we are. So that's it there. But we can chat about that, because I'll be coming to your house after school. Right, okay. Now we couldn't leave the ukulele out. Again, London College of Music grade 1. Now I've got a person at the minute, and I tell you what, this person is only a year 2, and I tell you what, he's fantastic, really. I teach his sister as well. They know who they are. But he's started looking at the rhythm part, right? And he's also started looking at the orally. Alright, like that. I've also got someone else who's just starting as well. So this will be interested for this particular girl, who is only a year 3. Okay? And as I say, I only saw her last week. So we'll see what's happening here. So I'm going to get on my chair here. Okay, so we've got an F chord. Check the tuning, Matthew. There's the tune, and this might help people. There's string 1, 2, 3. Now some of you who have took over, for some reason you've gone the other way, which would kept 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, you've got that nice sound. Almost sounds like Bohemian Rhapsody. So anyway, here we go. So we've got this rhythm. So here we go. So it's... I'll do that again, Miss D minor. So diagonal chord, tuck. Now you keep the second where it is, do not let that one go. C7 easy, straight across, back to F. tuck behind for D, then C. Now I think the rhythm is down, down, up, down, down. There we are. Right, that's that one. Now, love me tender, love me true, all my dreams come true. La la la, do be mine, do. Love me tender, love me true, and it goes on like that. But we know that one, so we've got this. So now we've got an F chord. See that diagonal? So your second finger's there, right? So there's that do 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 do. Now keep that on. Add those do do. Then C7, all my dreams come. F, so the C7's not bad either. Okay, so that's those two. Now the little melody. So you can hear it in there, can't you? So there you go. Now the notes are written on the music. Now what I thought was really helpful was the way sisters and brothers help each other. And anyway, well done to this sister who was sticking the little notes on. It's all, you know, so you've got your first string here, this string here, where you've got A, then you've got B and C, then you've got E, F, G, right, and then this string here, you've got open C, D, right, okay, so you've got C, C, then you've got D, then you'd have E there, wouldn't you? But anyway, and then after that you've got, oh, what am I talking, sorry, we've got, yes, no, that's right, I'm going the wrong way, man. That's right, C, D, and then on this string, we've got G, and then we've got an A, and then we've got B. Okay, so G, A, and B, yeah? So there's the little notes there, so you can see, you can get them on Amazon, little coloured stickers, or you can even go fancy and you can get a strip going across, which someone else did as well. So we just, like a carpet person does. But anyway, there you go. So that's the ukulele. Obviously I've put grades 1 and 3 on before. They know what they're doing. So I hope that's been of help to you, that lesson video. So the next time I see you will be at school. So it will be week beginning the 12th for most of us. Okay, bye now.